Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Early Education and Childhood Development. Last year, the estimated amount of federal funding this department received was over $100 million. This is a huge amount, but the results don't add up. In the Central Zone, for example, there were 122 fewer regulated childcare spaces in December 2022 than there were when this government was elected, and I'll table that. My question is, not only aren't things improving, they're getting worse. What is going on in this department?
The Honourable Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member opposite for the question. So we are undertaking transformational change in childcare. I vividly remember 12 years ago waiting in anticipation, putting my name on childcare waiting lists because I had 2 children under the age of 2 and we needed spaces. The reality is this is a sector that has been neglected for decades, and we are doing the work, putting in the time, putting in the effort, and doing the work to transform this sector and deliver childcare for Nova Scotians that's affordable, that's accessible, that's inclusive, and that is quality childcare. And so the question from the member opposite was, well, where is the money going and what work is being done? Well, I can tell you right now, one of the significant things we did last year was increase wages for our ECEs. We added 14 to 49% on most of our ECE wages, and that was in addition to the millions of dollars.
The honourable member for Halifax Needham.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the minister for that. Yesterday in this House, we asked the Premier about this government's failure to deliver childcare spaces as promised. He replied that affordable childcare was the focus and goal, but the current situation is becoming less affordable for many families who are left with no option but to pay $1,400 deposits just to get their name on a wait list, including $200 in a non-refundable deposit. These types of fees have been banned in other parts of Canada, but this government is allowing the shortage to continue and forcing families to pay. Will the minister commit to outlawing non-refundable deposits for childcare spots, as they have done in other parts of this country?
The Honourable Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you to the member opposite for the question. I'm really disappointed that I hadn't heard from the member opposite about this particular issue prior to question period. I look forward to getting details on that and looking into it. I can assure the member opposite and Nova Scotians that we are in fact working to make childcare more affordable. And indeed, last year we reduced fees by half. So Nova Scotians are now paying 50% less from what they did 2 years ago. So what does that mean, Mr. Speaker? That means hundreds of dollars in the pockets every single month of Nova Scotia families who have children in childcare. So we are doing the work to make childcare more affordable. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.